Well, hello again, everyone. This is Pastor Katie from First Presbyterian Church of Decatur. I am coming to you kind of celebrating, I don't know if that's the right word, but today is kind of officially the month mark of quarantine. So the last time we met and gathered in worship was March 15th. Today's April 16th. So if the last time I saw you all was March 15th, that was a month ago. And so we've been kind of living apart now for a month. And I have been struck by this idea of time and what time means. So often in life, there are these moments that feel like, oh my goodness, that was just yesterday. But also that was forever ago at the same time. So when people talk about, after they've been married for 25 years or when they've graduated high school 50 years ago, whatever those kind of big benchmarks are, it feels like yesterday and forever ago all at the same time. And that's how I feel about quarantine. It feels like, oh, it's been a month and I'm okay. But it also feels like, oh my gosh, it's only been a month and I am pulling my hair out. Depending on the day and most often the moment of the day. It's not day to day, it's moment to moment of kind of where we are in all of this. And what time really means to us and how it does this weird thing of being yesterday and forever ago all at the same time. So I am always reminded of my favorite bird song, also a scripture passage in Ecclesiastes 3 of "To everything there is a season." And in that passage in Ecclesiastes, it's, a time to be born and a time to die. I mean, you can just sing the bird song. That also works. But there is kind of these polar opposites of a time to plant and a time to be plucked up, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And it continues on. The idea that they're such polar opposites of a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to weep and a time to laugh, that those are like two opposites. And I'm thinking about what this season is for us. Like, what is it? And I think it's both. And I think that is part of what makes this really hard, is that in some ways it does feel like our lives are changing so drastically and that the world that we knew is ending and has ended. But also I do feel this great sense of hope that something new might be beginning and that this could really change the shape of our world forever. And maybe that's my eternal optimism that's there some days and not others. But I don't know what season we're in, how we will refer to this time, if this will be the greatest developmental age of our generation. We'll see the most advancements during this time as people are working at home. You kind of see on the internet the reminder that, Isaac Newton developed the concept of gravity in the midst of a plague. Those sorts of trivial things, that there is this kind of creativity that can come out of these harsh things. But also, this could be our Great Depression, that things were bad and and we don't look back at that time with any sense of innovation or newness that kind of was able to come out of it. I mean, certainly there were a lot of things that happened as a result of the Depression that ended up being good, but it's not a time that we look back at fondly. So we don't know what this is going to end up being like, what this is going to look like. We don't know what season we're currently in, but it is only for a season. And time is a crazy thing that when we come to the other side of this at some point, we'll be able to say, and I'm pretty confident that I will be able to say, it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse, right? It could be worse because right now all the people that I know and love and care about are safe and are okay. Even if they've gotten sick, they've recovered. And so it'll be okay. But we don't know that that's going to be true for everyone. And we want to make sure that that can be true for everyone that we know and love, and those who we don't know and don't love. That we want to make sure that we can get through this and everyone can be safe. So it's only for a season. Time is, I don't know, a finicky, fickle thing that doesn't always make sense to us. But we've been here a month. We can do it a month more. I've always had the motto that you can do anything for a couple of months. So that got me through a lot of bad summer jobs or difficult times. I can do this for a month. I can do this for a couple months because it's not forever. And we can do this for a couple months if we have to, and we'll just keep on keeping on. So I encourage you to embrace whatever season this may be for you, whatever season you're experiencing today. And know that it is all in God's hands, that we can turn it over and that we don't have to worry about it because there's nothing we can do about it. So to give it over to God, to give our concerns over. So I pray that that's true for you today. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you soon. Bye.